for us or bad for us?
It looks like.
Okay, so I think you'd be pretty hard pressed to find a cooler pair of sunglasses in any movie than the ones that Morpheus wore in The Matrix, until you maybe acknowledge the Bose Frames, which came out recently. We are going to take a look at what makes these things so special. Okay, so these are the Bose Frames. They are $199. I purchased them from Bose. They were shipped to me in a couple days, and I've already unboxed them, but we'll go ahead and do it once again for your viewing pleasure. The box is pretty elegant. Everyone's taken some lessons from Apple at this point. In the box, you will get the sunglasses, obviously. You'll get a case. You'll get a little pouch that holds the charging cable. I think it's USB-C. Or mini USB rather. So let's take a look here. Again, I've already opened these, but that's okay. So this is the sort of pamphlet that will give you a sense for how to use the Bose Frames. I never use those. Box, beautiful. Scratch and sniff. Just kidding. And then we have the frames themselves. So, you know, one thing I'll say first is that the case is really elegant, well built, well designed. You have like some Alcantara here. The case is sturdy enough. I generally never use cases, but I think I may with these Bose Frames. There are two different designs for the Bose Frames. There's the Alto and the Rondo. These are the Altos, and so they're a little bit more squared off. They are larger than the Rondos. The Rondos have a rounder frame, and they're also smaller. And I actually purchased those first, took them back because they didn't fit my head very well. Wouldn't like to admit this, but my head is actually bigger than I thought it was. I'll note that these are not polarized lenses, which is kind of a bummer. You spend $200 on a pair of sunglasses and you'd expect for them to be polarized. These are not, they're just tinted. So I also want to show you the multifunction button here, which is kind of on the bottom side of the frame. You see that gold button. That thing is the multifunction button that does everything. Skip songs, go back, forward, turns off the sunglasses, but you can also flip these things over for about 2 seconds, and that does the same thing, that turns them off. The only thing that button doesn't do is control volume. You actually have to pull your phone out of your pocket to turn up and down the volume. The sound actually comes out of a couple different chambers here. So you have an audio chamber on the sort of bottom of the frames, and you have one on rear firing here towards the inside of your ear. So when you have these positioned on your ear, if you can imagine, the sound fires into your ear and I think down to kind of fill this sort of ambient space with sound. These are not bone conducting. I've never tried bone conducting sunglasses before, but the audio from these is pretty interesting. I wouldn't say it's necessarily Bose worthy audio, but I do appreciate the risk that they took on these, and for a company like Bose to come out with this, I think it's pretty cool. I think it's pretty innovative, and I appreciate their forward thinking here. One thing I will say is that the build quality isn't necessarily up to snuff from my perspective. I've owned a ton of Ray-Bans in the past, not a ton, maybe 2 or 3 pairs. And those always last me, a fairly long time, 3 to 4 years. I don't know how long these are gonna last. You can't see it on camera, but the plastic that they use is translucent. I think that's part of the style. And you can see kind of like this metallic band or this cable that likely just connects the two sources of audio to one another, or power, run through the frame of the sunglasses. You can't see it right now, but I thought that was interesting. So I'd say last but not least is the issue of audio quality, and I say it's an issue because I think to some it may be. I personally am not judging these on the same scale that I would another Bose product like over-the-ear headphones or in-ear earphones, my expectations for this product as from a sound perspective wasn't very high. So with that, said, I'd give these like a 7 out of 10. I think these are really great sounding sunglasses, but these are not great sounding headphones. The bass isn't there, the clarity isn't really there, and I'd say the volume, it probably won't blow you away from a volume perspective either. So with those things said, I'd give the audio quality a 7 out of 10 for the best sounding sunglasses. So I'm going to take these to Cancun in a few weeks, and I'll probably report back with a more comprehensive review. I want to thank you guys for watching the video. Please like and subscribe if you appreciated it. Heyo, look what we have here. Jujitsu Boy 730 just liked my last video as I sit here editing my current video, and I just want to get into a rather regular rhythm of showing gratitude. So thank you for liking, thank you for subscribing and commenting on this video. I really appreciate it.